Now, the wife of detained Nigerian journalist Omoyele Sowore is calling on the UN to help free her husband. Sowore has been in the custody of Nigeria's security forces since August after being charged with treason for organizing a protest against the government. He was rearrested earlier this month despite two court orders granting him bail. Sowore's case has drawn attention to the issue of press freedom in Nigeria. The country was listed on the committee to protect journalists' global impunity index this year. My colleague Zain Asher spoke with Sowore's wife, Omoyele, earlier. Take a listen.
What is really scary about this case is the fact that the Nigerian government has shown a high level of lawlessness and a real disregard for the rule of law. So there are two outstanding court orders within Nigeria from two separate judges where they have actually released Yele on bail, and the Nigerian government is currently ignoring those court orders and still continue to maintain him. So again, he has been kept in isolation for 139 days.
So the court orders have been completely ignored. Now, for people who are watching this around the world who know nothing or very little about Nigeria, what do you think your husband's case tells them about the Nigerian justice system and about freedom of expression in that country?
I think Yele's case is a perfect example of just the fact that the civic space in Nigeria is closing. He is one of many journalists, many activists who are currently being detained. He's currently one of many who've been named prisoners of conscience, both religious leaders, journalists, as well as politicians. So the Nigerian government actually recently introduced two new bills. One is a social media bill, and the second one is a hate speech bill where it's actually punishable by death. So these are bills that will make it possible for the Nigerian government to punish dissent legally within Nigeria.
Incredible, and it does say a lot about rule of law in that country and about freedom of expression. But just going forward, in terms of really putting pressure on the Nigerian government to release your husband, we know that in the U.S., Senator Cory Booker, Senator Bob Menendez have both spoken out. But beyond just tweeting about this case, beyond just sort of issuing statements, what more can the U.S. do in practical terms, and I guess other countries around the world, to make sure that Yele comes home?
First of all, I want to say that I'm truly grateful to Menendez and Booker and Chuck Schumer, all the different senators who have spoken out, as well as the representatives. Our local congressman, Representative Josh Gottheimer, just recently nominated Yele for the Tom Lantos Human Rights Freedoms Project to be a prisoner of conscience. There are a lot of activity to continue to drive awareness and hopefully start the dialogue to help Yele to be released. But I would say one voice that is really critical in terms of putting pressure and raising awareness on what's happening to my husband is the UN. So my hope is that the UN is able to speak up and help bring my husband home safely to me and our children.
In the months following Omoyele Sowore's arrest, the staff of his US-based site, Sahara Reporters, say their Nigerian bank account was frozen without notice. They told the committee to protect journalists that this happened in October, hurting their operations.